I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. Winning this race is my real test, to represent my cause. I will travel across the land in Myron Taylor High. 2013 will understand the power that's inside. Levine, gotta vote for it's you and me. I know it's my destiny to Levine, who is your best friend in a world we must defend. To Levine, gotta vote for a heart so true. His courage will pull us through. You teach him and he'll teach you. True Levine, gotta vote for Drew. Gotta vote for Drew. Drew Levine.
I'm here with Drew Levine. Drew, tell me, why are you running for 2L rep?
So, I guess the best way to explain this would be to tell a little bit of a story. So I heard that this position was going to be open, and that the kind of things that you needed to do in order to be able to fill this position didn't take a lot of effort. They said it was really easy. All you need to do is host a couple of events, maybe run a bar tab or two, maybe table in the foyer every now and again, but that it doesn't take much beyond that. Now, I think of what a 2L rep ought to be, and I think it's a little bit more serious, and it's going to take a little bit more effort than that.
Like, what kind of effort do you think it'll take?
Well, when I think of what the 2L rep really ought to be, I think that it's a person who's like deeply in tune with the needs of the class of 2013, and is able to represent those needs and advocate for those needs with the administration. That's what I'm good at. I'm an advocate. And I think that there are some things that are wrong here that need to be changed. And I want to take those up, and I want to fight on behalf of our class.
What do you want to fight for?
Well, one of the things that comes quickly to mind is the lack of internet in the classroom. So this is something that we've all kind of griped about before, but this is a little bit more serious than I think the administration realizes, and I don't think anyone's really articulated that well to them. We're living in an age where we're going away from software computing. Microsoft Word is going to be a thing of the past pretty soon here, and everything is going to the cloud. Everything is being stored on remote servers. That way, when our computers crash, like a couple of our classmates had happen last semester, it's not going to be a problem because everything is stored remotely. They're not going to lose all their notes. They're not going to lose all their outlines. But if we don't have internet in the classroom to be able to take notes then and there, then we're not going to be able to access this great resource. Somebody needs to explain this to the administration. And if they do, I think that they may come around and realize that this needs to happen.
What else are you interested in pursuing?
Well, I don't know if anyone has talked about this, but our class is a third or so from California, a very highly represented state. And we have a lot of people from Florida, we have a lot of people from Texas. Now, I don't know about you, but I haven't seen any scholarship opportunities or emails about different internships or things to do during the summer for people outside of New York, New Jersey, the Eastern Seaboard area. If they're really going to represent us, if they're really going to try to help us along our career, they need to start branching out a little bit. I don't think that it's because people in California or people in Texas don't want Cornell graduates or Cornell law students to work for them. I think it's because they're just simply not stretching as far as they need to be stretching. So I want to really get on the administration for that and push them along in that direction, because I think that needs to happen.
So what else is there?
Well, I guess the biggest thing that comes to mind is there was a pretty significant academic policy that was handed down last semester. And everyone knows what I'm talking about. The way that I learned about this was not through any kind of discussion or presentation from the dean. It was Professor Michael Dorff, our constitutional law professor, who stood up there and said, "Oh, by the way, the academic senate voted to make this change." To me, I was blindsided a little bit. I had prepared this semester, expecting a certain way for things to go, and then all of a sudden this big change comes. We all had a sense of what we were getting into when we decided to come to Cornell Law School. To change things up like that, I understand that sometimes that needs to happen, that you need to be moving forward but it seems odd to me that nobody knew about it until it happened. It seems odd to me that it didn't seem like any students had a say in this. Now, I hear there's a student representative on this board, but maybe they're not being heard. Maybe they don't have enough power. And this is something I'd like to see changed. Now, people may look at me and say, well, Drew, aren't you really overstepping your bounds here by trying to push for these kinds of changes? Yeah, but that's not a problem with the way I'm stepping. That's a problem with the bounds. We need to really take a look at things and maybe redefine a few things here. Now, if all you really care about is getting donuts, cupcakes, or bar tabs, all these things are nice. You know, it doesn't really matter who you vote for on Tuesday. But if you see things wrong like I do, if you believe as I do, if you feel as I feel, stand with me on Tuesday. Make me your 2L rep.